Boats have been a part of our family for as long as I can remember. Some of my earliest memories are of being on the lake in Montana at Gates of the Mountains and Flathead Lake. My brothers and I grew up on boats, and my dad is a boat guy. But this is more than a story about a boat. This is a story about patience, persistence, discipline, a never faltering will, and a dream. My parents were married in 1965, and they spent their honeymoon on my dad's family boat, a 1941 40-foot Wheeler. Right from the start, they had a love for the water. My mom was a school teacher, and my dad worked at General Motors. My parents were the most amazing people. My older brother Bill was born in Bellevue, Washington, and I was born in Helena, Montana. Our younger brother Stephen came a few years later in Boise, Idaho, but by then boating had become a deeply ingrained family bylaw. The following is a conversation I had with my dad recently about their boat Andante after they finished a 7-year complete top-to-bottom restoration of the boat. In music terms, Andante means moderately slow, which my dad will say is how the restoration process went, but I will tell you Andante means classic, majestic, handsome, and timeless.
We have a love for the water, either being near it or on it. Sue and I had been transferred to Helena, Montana, and that was where we bought our first boat. It was about a 19-foot Sea Flight is what it was. After that boat, I think we ended up with a fiberform cabin cruiser. What was our next boat? I think we bought a Cobalt. And we've kind of wandered on from there into the wood boats. We had a 22-foot, Chris Sportsman, and enjoyed the dickens out of that. And we had an itch for a larger boat, and so Andante is a 1948 Chris Craft Sedan Deluxe, 33 feet in length, with 10-foot 8 beam, and has a single engine. Found that in Tacoma, had the boat trucked over, and then I spent the next 6.5 to 7 years going through the whole boat. So we ended up doing a complete restoration where you end up getting up close and personal with every board on the boat. When you start digging into things, solving a problem, some of the problems get as broad as they are deep as to how far do you go and what do you do. And after probably 2 or 3 years of doing this, working through the frustrations that go along with it, you think, is this project ever going to end? And you think, I can't give it up at this point because I'm far enough into it. So it's a project that you almost have to push on through to the end. I'd never done a project like this before. I didn't come onto the project with skill sets that would guarantee result. On areas that I didn't have the expertise, I brought aboard people who knew what they were doing. You know, just reflecting back on all the time and the effort put into it, yeah, you had days that were not real pleasant, maybe even some oh shit days, but that's all part of it. Frankly, every time I see the boat, I just get a big grin on my face. You know, stuck to it, you saw it through, and boy, isn't this neat. You know, while I was doing this restoration, Sue was very supportive of boats and of me throughout. She is taken to that boat like a duck to water. And it's just really neat to see that. And that's where my satisfaction comes from. The fact that she enjoys it is my reward. Having done this restoration now, my only reflection would be I wished I'd started it when I was a lot younger. Boats have been a part of our life, ever since we've been married, just coming up on 50 years. We're just having a great time with it and look forward to many more years, enjoying the boat and the lake and the friends that we've made through the years in the boating community.